Okay, well, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I was watching some telekinesis stuff. And basically, it's not telekinesis. All it is just the movement of wind. And if you can understand wind and the physics of wind, or, I mean, basic elementary, 101 of physics, then you can understand that wind is like a gas, and well, basically, it is a gas. Anyway, it's almost like water in a sense, to where you can actually move pockets of wind with your own movements. So a lot of the YouTube videos that I watched were kind of hilarious. They were all like, "Yeah, you can actually move this with your mind." And anyway, so they basically they start off with something similar to this. This is just a folded up piece of paper, and you can tell it's like real easy to. I mean, if I breathe on it, it's gonna fall. So basically, they'll tell you to use like tin foil or something like that, but we're just going to use paper for today. And really, it's all about how much or how fast you move your hands, and it pushes the air that's in front of your hand out. So it's almost like the Last Airbender, or where you can actually bend air, but it's not really bending air, it's just pushing air. So here goes. And they'll tell you, oh, you have to sit there and meditate and work on it for hours and hours and hours. I learned it within like 30 minutes, or even less, probably like 5 minutes after the first couple of tries. So basically, this is how they do it. They move their hands around, and then they quickly push the air really fast to be able to knock this piece of paper over without using anything other than empty hands. And so I'm going to show you real fast. Of course, the table moved that time, but okay. So I need to back up just a little bit, and here we go. So that's pushing air. You can also, like air currents and stuff like that, you can create a vacuum, which would cause the air to suck in behind. Like if I move my hand fast enough, the air that's behind my hand will follow along with it. You just can't see it because air is a sightless gas that you can't really see. We breathe it. We're oxygen creatures. So anyway, here's the pull method, and I could use one hand or two. That almost worked. Okay, but it should have actually came towards me instead of falling back. So let's see if we can get this to work again. There we go. See, I didn't even touch it. So that's basically all the stuff behind that trick. And I can do a lot of other things with that, and I actually will show you some of the things that you can do with that kind of movement, and not just knocking over pieces of paper. But this next trick involves a sigh wheel. Basically, just a square piece of paper, and you fold it up to where it has like little fan blades and stuff like that. So basically, it's just kind of like a cone shape, and the principle behind this is like it's like a windmill. how a windmill catches air to use it to make the blades spin and stuff. So basically you're just going to get a square piece of paper and make some fan blades for it, and then using the same principles as the last trick, you're just pushing air and pulling air to make the blades move. So, and naturally it wants to move without you doing anything at all to it. So, you know, they'll tell you, oh, feel it, and make sure you have the weight and all this stuff right here, you know, oh, check it out and look at it and bend it up. But of course, when they tell you to bend it up, they still keep the same shape that they had once before. So anyway, this is just, it's an easy thing. It's, you know, pushing and pulling air back and forth to get the blade to move. So basically you can move it, and of course they do it a lot smoother than I do, but anyway, I don't really want to take the time to master that art of, you know, just making it look more deceptive than what it really is, and it's not doing anything at all. See, I can basically move the air whatever direction I want, and it's gonna naturally just go with that direction. So, you know, you can have it go either way, and then if you want it to stop, you just stop moving your hands and basically it's going to stop. So it looks like I'm controlling it and manipulating the wheel, which in reality I am, but it's not true telekinesis. Telekinesis would be like this. If I moved this with my mind and not my breath, and just by thinking of it, see, it's not moving even though I'm thinking move. Anyway, so basically that's the principle behind the wheel here. A cyc wheel, I think it's called, or a side wheel. That's it. See, I didn't even learn it properly enough to even know the name. Anyway, this is something that you can do when you're really bored and you have nothing better to do but to explain videos and make yourself look really cool. I gotta position myself just right.